Hi there, this is Princess Whoosh, and today I have been playing Roller Champions. It's the new demo from Ubisoft that dropped, I think, yesterday. It's up for about 4 days. It's going to be a free-to-play Rocket League style multiplayer online game. And to be honest, it's just totally up my street because it has a bit of a roller derby vibe running through it, and I like to play roller derby in my free time as well, what little I have of it. But yeah, so I've been having a play with it. This isn't my first go. Thankfully, I'm glad I didn't decide to stream on my first go, because it takes a bit of getting used to. The game gives you a little tutorial, but to start actually getting into the mindset of what you need to do, you need to have a few goes. It's a bit like Rocket League in that respect. When you first start, you're just chasing people around and you never actually get into any of the action. But yeah. This is also a post-recording because I thought it would be more fun to maybe talk about some of the aspects that related to roller derby and what was the same, what was different, but I can also commentate on what is happening in the video as well at the same time, so you don't just get me going, I didn't hit that guy, I missed, yeah, not so interesting. So there was 2 tracks I got to play on. This was actually the second one. This one's in Mexico, I think. It's like a sort of stadium. Got the ball. Theme in this is if I ever get the ball, I tend not to get it for very long. It's not really my favourite role. But yeah, this is one of the tracks. I think every other game I play in this video is on the other track. This one's pretty cool. I like the low lighting. And the crowd. It's got a good atmosphere. So there's 3 players on each team in this game, blue team and orange team. I thought at first that you were always on the orange team and the opponent was the blue team. Oh, the opponent's got a goal. But yeah, no, I ended up on the blue team for like my first 5 goes, and then I couldn't understand why I couldn't hit anyone in one of my games, and it was because I was on the other team. Oops. So yep, 3 people. The aim is to get hold of the ball and to do as many laps as you can before dunking the ball into the goal. So if you do 1 pass, I think you get 1 point, 2 passes is 3 points, and 3 passes is 5 points. Most people at the moment in this game are managing 1 pass and a goal, but I did see a guy get a 5, which was super impressive. He wasn't on my team. So yeah, a little bit different to roller derby in that in roller derby you would play 4 blockers and a jammer. So the blockers would do all the defense work against the opposing jammer, and the jammer would be the one scoring the points. But I'm guessing to make this a bit more interesting in the video game format, if you have the ball, you essentially become what is the jammer in roller derby. You are the point scorer, and instead of passing people, you're passing distance, which is quite fun. So now I'm trying to get the ball back. It's not an exact art in this. Well, it maybe is, but I've not got it down to an art yet. You have to do hits, and hits are a bit finicky. You have to kind of pre-hit. So you have to press it a little early. You don't hit as soon as you press it. It's got a bit of an animation. And in such a fast-paced game, that makes a big difference. Oh, I got the ball. Run away. Pass. You can see I always pass. And it's a good job I did, because I got knocked over. Not that many people are making good use of the pass function yet. But I think it'll become a big part of the game later on. I think that'll be really important. There we go, we got a goal. Yay! I helped. So yeah, as well, there's in roller derby, the action all is contained within a play area, and the play area is where the skaters are, essentially. You can't really skate out with the play area without getting penalties and things like that. This game, you can skate wherever you want, which is both a blessing and a curse, because sometimes you find yourself completely away from all the action at totally the wrong side of the track, and you're trying to get back. Oh, did I do it? Nope. Did I? No. So yeah, you can skate the opposite direction and everyone will come towards you, but again, it's not the most easy way of getting a hit. If you get it, it's beautiful. You're just charging headfirst into people. So yeah, I'm definitely enjoying this game. Big Rocket League vibes, that sort of crazy, here, there and everywhere kind of action. That sort of slight lack of control where you don't always have the most precise hits and things like that. Oh, another goal. But yeah, so I was saying before that you have the pack in roller derby. You all kind of have to stay in a togetherness, but in this you can go wherever. You can also go any direction. I mean, it's implied that you probably want to start doing laps with the ball in the correct direction, but you can you don't have to do that. You can skate the opposite direction. In fact, I was on a team where someone was doing laps the wrong way with the ball. It was really upsetting. So yeah, I'm not sure. I actually think it's less like roller derby than I expected. It feels more like, I don't know, it feels more like Rocket League. You can see there, I tried to go towards the guy, but I couldn't quite get in place, so I decided to go the other way around to catch him on this side. Will I get him? Nope. But my teammate didn't. And he's going to get a goal. You can see the goal lights up, and that's when you're ready to score a goal, so it's 2-2. I really like the character models. I like how there's like a range of different kinds of people. You've got your sort of derby-ish looking skaters, you've got people in quad skates, you've got people in inlines, you've got like football player types, you've got like pretty sort of slender, thin types. The one I've got at the minute is a total roller derby girl though, so. Oh, yeah, good charge there. Getting hits on people is very satisfying. But also quite tricky. You can see I've kind of lost the pack a wee bit. You can kind of catch up. Oh, and a hit. You can catch up a bit on those trails. They're quite good for charging up behind people. And actually going up behind people and hitting them from behind is probably the easiest way to get a hit on someone. If you just follow them. But you've got to be quite close to make it work. If you're chasing them the whole track, they're just building up laps. I'm really interested to see what the kind of meta game comes for this. So everyone's just figuring out what to do. It'll be interesting to see what tactics kind of come out and what kind of ideas happen. I definitely in this video tried to play a bit of a defensive role. So in roller derby I tend to play a blocker, which involves stopping jammers and making holes in other blockers' walls. It'd be interesting to see if roles do emerge. Will you end up with someone who's the main jammer type with the ball? Be quite interesting to see. Some of the best players I've seen in it so far, when they're doing their ball passes, are zipping up and down the walls a lot. That's a point to mention as well. There is a mechanic in the game. I've not quite mastered it myself, but you'll see people zooming up and down walls where you can basically pump and grind, it's called. It's like a skate park thing. But when you're going up and down ramps, if you change your body position, you get lots of speed. I did a little bit there. When she curls into a little ball going down slopes, that's to build up speed. And I think that's going to be a really important part of the game as well. Getting that speed up by using the walls. But if you go too high up the walls, you end up taking really long routes. So it's a bit of a gamble as to how high you need to go. We had this one pretty good and then just kind of fell away from us. 2-4. But yeah, it's really adrenaline filled as well. When I was playing it, I found it really hard to do anything else. Oh, I got the ball. Yay! Oh, and a pass. See, I always pass. And then like pray that no, what? Why? Yeah, I found it really adrenaline filling. I'm still like, because I've played like an hour and a half of this now to get bits of capture and just to get the hang of it, really. And I haven't done that yet, but I certainly am a bit better than I was. Watch out. Oh. The end of the match feels a bit anticlimactic. It just kind of finishes. It'd be nice if maybe there was a bit of music or something to indicate it was getting to the end of the game. But at the moment it just kind of feels like it peters out. You get fans as well. You just saw that flash up briefly. If you win, or even if you lose, you get a few fans. You get like 5 if you lose and about 100 if you win. And you build that up as you go. And when a map loads, you can see how many fans the other people have. And I think it maxes out at 3,000 at the minute. So if you see someone with 3,000 fans, they've been playing quite a lot. Yeah, we're going to the other map. The Acapulco Arena. Here we go. So this is like an outdoor beach one. It's really nice. This is one I've mostly been on. They don't tend to feel very different. I think it's mostly aesthetic. There we go. See, I'm a big hench football type now. Bosh. If people drop out, the game puts bots in, which is fine. The bots aren't great at the game. They're quite easy to hit. They're quite predictable, as bots would be, but it means at least that you don't go down a person. Oh no, I've got the ball. Oh, I passed it and got hit over. It's very easy to lose track of who you are and what you're doing in this as well. So yeah, I'm totally away from the action. I need to get back in. I also have a feeling when I was on this one, I forgot what colour I was. I think I briefly thought I was blue. It's because the clothes don't give much of an indication on this dude. He's got a bit of orange on his gloves, but he's got a lot of purple and green. I kind of wish he had like an orange jersey or a blue jersey when he was on that team. But yeah, this is going to be free to play, which is good. Makes sense, to be honest, as a model. Oh gosh, the ball's going everywhere. Oh, and I'm hit over. Yeah, I think it'll do really well. I think it'll be like another little Rocket League. Ah, oh, missed. Oh, other team of... Oh no, we've got the ball. I keep thinking I'm the other team. So when someone on your team gets the ball, you kind of want to go into defense and just start knocking jerks over, which is my favourite job on here and in roller derby, funnily enough. The hits are a bit different. There's a lot of arms used here. I'd be expelled from the game within about 30 seconds if I did any of this. But I think they've made good choices, because honestly I don't think you could straight up put roller derby in a video game. I just don't think it would work. There's too many rules, there's a lot of lulls in the action, there's things that would be hard to see in a video game, like helmet cover passes and things. So I think this is sort of like a good compromise with all the crazy rocket skates and big hits and banked track even, which is another important thing. This game has a banked track. Banked track roller derby is a thing, but it's a lot less common than flat track, because obviously if you want to play roller derby, Your choices are bank track, build a £20,000 track, or flat track, hire a sports hall and put some tape down. So you can see why a lot of leagues want to do flat track. It makes a lot of sense. Oh, is that a goal? Oh, stupid blue team. There was a game where I had the ball and I did a lap and I got to the goal and I was like, what do I do now? And just carried on skating and got hit over. It was a shame. Yeah. I would like to I was going to say I would like to try bank track. I'm not sure I would. I've done ramp skating before. And I did not care for it. My body couldn't cope with not being on a flat floor. It got very confused and I kept like falling over backwards or falling over forwards. Because I couldn't reposition my feet to adjust for the curvature. Ooh, nice hit. The curvature of the ramps. Yeah. So there's that. Quite like to go on inlines though. That's something I've never, well, apart from when I was a kid. But I wouldn't mind giving inlines another shot. We don't wear those in roller derby either. I think I've seen a ref wear them once. Nah, yay! I did a good thing. Yeah, so this match ended up with quite a lot of bots. Who just didn't seem as effective. I mean, bot and bot. Oh yeah, I got it again. So right now is a good example of me trying to defend my own sort of jammer type player. Oh, didn't last though. So I'm going the other way. Try and cut them off. Oh wait, we've got the ball. I have no idea what I'm doing then. But yeah. So I think the roller derby involvement is a little over exaggerated. But you can see why. All the promotional materials, it was like, what is this roller derby the game? And not especially. It's more actually a bit like capture the flag. You've got to hold that ball and take it for a lap. And then you bank it, and there's a bit of risk in when you bank it. Is it lap 1, lap 2, or lap 3? But yeah, it definitely reminds me more of, say, capture the flag, or I don't know. Definitely Rocket League as well. It's got that one more game addictiveness that Rocket League has. Gosh. There we go. Yay. Yeah, so they all hit with their hands in this, like a push. Just terrifying. Again, as a roller derby comparison, in roller derby you can only hit with legal areas, so you can't use your arms. Well, you can use your upper arms, but there's certain areas you can hit with, and sort of your forearms is a no-no. Whereas in this, they seem to be hitting entirely with their forearms. We use more like hips and shoulders and things like that. The feel is dead on though. There's definitely a strong roller derby vibe to this whole thing. If I played, I would have to dress my character like a little derby girl. Ah, that dash there, I need to master that. That was nice. You can do like a little dodge. Like that. And use the same button as you would to attack people. See, look, the matches just end of the match. Yeah, the fishnets and the knee pads and the little wristbands. There's definitely an old school derby aesthetic going on with some of the characters, which I like. 5 new fans. I think it's another Acapulco after that one. So this is the last of the matches on the video that I play. I'm not gonna lie, I did cut one off the end and it was a great match. We won by an absolute landslide. I think we won like 5-0, but I did absolutely nothing in it. So I think it's a little unfair of me to claim credit for that win. But actually, I think I do quite well in this one. I'm starting to get the hang of it by this point. I'm starting to know where I should be, what I should try to do, which is nice. This is probably my favourite character model out of all the ones you can be as well. Yeah, see, look, bash, I got everyone. Didn't pick up the ball, but... yeah, I really like her shirt and her shorts. I would love a pair of shorts like that. The big boxer style ones. Yeah. So you can see I'm going the other way to try and get back round in time. Upsettingly, a lot of these characters don't wear helmets. There's a concussion waiting to happen this game. I like how fast-paced it is as well. 7-minute games seem about right. Oh, down I go. In roller derby, you play 2 30-minute halves, which start and stop with the clock. So when you're doing a jam, which is a 2-minute little section of roller derby, you are playing the clock, and then when everyone comes off and you swap lines, the clock is stopped. Interestingly enough. Again, probably wouldn't work in a video game. Oh, wrong way. The ball's over here. Do I get them? Nope. It's always a gamble. I can imagine this would be super fun to play with some friends as well over a headset. And you could coordinate what you're doing, which would be nice. And be able to make sure that everyone's where they need to be. You could put some tactics into play. Yeah, it would be good. I imagine it would get quite heated. Ooh, that was a nice pass. Yeah, you can see I got a bit of speed there from being in the line. Oh, I got the ball! How exciting. But then I lost the ball. And then my friend got the ball. It's all good. I think we score in a minute? I'm not sure, actually. I could be wrong. I could be thinking of one of the other... Oh, nice hit. Thinking of one of the other games that I played. Ooh, where am I going? Oh no! And just when it was going so well. But yeah, if this looks fun, and you think, hey, I'd like to learn to skate, it's a really worthwhile thing to do. I did a fresh meat course 5 years ago, and I was absolutely awful. Everyone was pretty much skating laps around me, but I did not stop, and I carried on, and I passed my minimums, and I skated up through the B team, and I've been skating on the A team for 2 years now? A year and a half? I can't remember. And it's been amazing. So, not being good at something isn't necessarily a barrier. It's only when you stop trying, that's when you fail. It's such a teacher thing to say. But yeah, so if you like the look of this, you can't play this in real life because you will die. But if you were interested in roller derby, I'm sure there's a local league near you who would be more than happy to have you come along. If you didn't fancy the skating part, there's other jobs as well, like NSOing, where you get to help run the game. It's super important, very valuable job. No NSOs in this game, sadly. Oh, get the ball! Get the ball. Got the ball. I think I try a bit of weaving, ducking and diving here and it doesn't pay off. Yeah. I like to pass. I like my teammates nearby. But like I say, I think that will honestly become the a bigger part of this than it is right now. But yeah. I would like to play it as well on a console. Be a really good little Switch game. Everything's a good little Switch game. At least until Animal Crossing comes out, and then all the other games are gonna go in the bin. And I'll just exclusively stream Animal Crossing every day for the rest of time. I'm trying to do that, the pumping and grinding. Oh, there we go. That's a bit better. Oh, it's gone to the blue team. But yeah, I definitely felt like I was more on it in this one. I say as I get knocked over. Bosh. I do enjoy the simplicity of this as well, because there's like 70 pages of rules in roller derby. Some fun ones include, you're not allowed to bleed on the track. If you're bleeding, you can't go on, which is obvious, but it always sounds really silly out of context. No harassing referees, that's an important one. You'll get insubordination. You are not allowed to hit people clockwise, so the game takes place in an anti-clockwise direction. You can move clockwise, you just cannot hit anyone in an anti-clockwise direction. It keeps the game moving and going forward. Yeah. Any other interesting ones I can think of? Ooh, you're not allowed to hit someone when in midair. That's an interesting one. So you cannot jump and hit someone. Your feet have to be on the floor, or at least a foot. Which I have accidentally, when someone's given me like a push as a boost of momentum, I have actually gone off the floor and gotten penalties for it before, but I don't think I've ever done it by myself and jumped into someone. Yeah. One sad thing about being in this sort of fishbowl arena is that there's no apex jumps. That's the biggest joy of flat track roller derby, is seeing someone just do a beautiful apex jump, which is where, when we get round to it, I'll point out the area. So this, on the turn here, on the inside, in bank track, you can jump over from one side, not all the way, but you can jump over parts of the inside of the track if you're good at jumping. That's not me. Aw, nice goal, blue team. Don't think there's long left. I think there's like 10 seconds left of this round. With the 7 minutes sneaking up on you. Yeah. That's my only complaint, is just the sort of lackluster endings to games. There we go. But yeah, I think overall, I would definitely give it a try before the demo period runs out. I think it finishes on Friday, so if you're watching this video, download it and get 24 hours in. It's really good fun. I really recommend it. So yeah, this has been Princess Whoosh. Like, comment and subscribe if you want, and I will see you next time. Bye!